Viewer discretion is advised.
But will be completely ignored.
Take my latest run-in with Batsy. It was just last night, as the entire country was tuning into its favorite talk show.
Believe it, huh? What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger. And here we go.
Parole officer's still in jail.
You sure pull on the makeup.
My boss likes me to wear a smile to work.
He actually does. And by the way, welcome to the Wrestling Asylum. I am, of course, the good doctor, Dr. Harley Quinn. And by the way, LA Knight. Yeah, congratulations, champ. Now, let's get to the warden who runs this amazing asylum. The one, the only, the Joka. He's here. Let's get ready, because it's going to be fun.
This juicy ass.
Not again.
Yeah,
Knock, knock. Hello? Oh, jeez.
Doc, I was having a wonderful dream.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of juiciness in my face.
Oh, my God.
Now, however, that reminds me, before we do the usual, the warden take a look in the chair real quick to see if our victim's strapped in good and tight.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Do we have the barbecue sauce left?
Oh. I bet it's Sweet Baby Ray's.
Nice and smoked.
Yeah.
165 internal, 180 max. Get the liver and the fava beans. That's for Hannibal Lecter 5 cells away.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Wrestling Asylum, starring yours truly. Do me the biggest favor in the world that you always do every single week. Like, share, subscribe, stay notified. Telegram, Google Plus, your sister's ass, the Pony Express, FedEx, UPS. What can Brown do for you? Of course, check out our Linktree, Linktree/Off the Top Ropes podcast. That's going to get you all the links to our sponsors and brands, and wherever you keep up with our live episodes every single week. And check out the archives. If you missed Blackheart's Angels earlier this afternoon, check out the Linktree. Come here to OTTR Network on YouTube, wherever you listen and watch us, and keep up to date. Also, don't forget, do us the biggest favor. W Energy, Swift Energy, 10% off with the promo code OTTR Mob. Also, make sure, don't forget, our but good friends over at Dream Alive University, 15% off with the promo code. And of course, check out our new guys, Okaze Clothing. And of course, none other than Habits 365. And of course, Swift Energy. And if you're still craving that coffee in the morning, check out our new friends at Cafe Collazo. We got the French Press Auto Light Roast. And is waiting for that in the mail. Because guess what, baby? With a package that looks like Grand Theft Auto 6. Is it just me, or is that the way to start our day? with a good cup of Cafe Collazo
Yeah.
for us. But folks, you know, I think we're going to do a little something.
Want to have some fun before the main event?
So, this week, we had some unique things happen. One of them happened, well, ironically, Doc, I'm going to talk about it because, well, it happened in my hometown of Buffalo, New York. This one blew me out the water. Before we get to it today, I'm going to give everybody a preview of the second half of the show. Yeah, as usual, this week's victim, who broke more than one rule in my home, Ricochet. The congregation would like to have a word. Face my wrath.
Yes.
Not as much as Naomi's going to face it next week.
That bitch is going to get it.
Yeah. Now, side note, next week, the asylum will be closed for a good routine cleaning.
Yeah.
However, in the meantime, check out our friends at Supernova Wrestling. Almost got tongue-tied there. Because next week will be draft night.
Yeah.
So make sure you check our good friends there out as well. But in 2 weeks, Naomi, Miss Glow, your ass belongs to me. So we gonna make sure you glow. But it's gonna glow in that hoe.
Yeah, exactly.
Notice how I didn't say hole. I said hoe. Now, before we get to Ricochet,
oh my goodness,
we're going to dive into a what if scenario, one of my favorites. But this was one that really, really got me thinking. You know, I had to ask this question. So we all know the controversy surrounding the late Chris Benoit. However, his career was still influential.
Yeah.
With one particular moment in his career, we are going to dive into a scenario. What if Chris Benoit never won the world's heavyweight title in the triple threat at WrestleMania 20? That would have had on the size of wrestlers that we have come to know, influencing future talent. But before we get there, it's time to open things up a little bit. So we're going to kick things off with what happened in my old hometown this past Monday night. And it starts with a shocker live in Buffalo, New York. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have the main event set for WrestleMania. As we all know, at Elimination Chamber, Bianca Belair beat 5 other women in the chamber to become #1 contender. However, it would be Rhea Ripley and Io Sky live in Buffalo, with Io shocking the world live on Raw, becoming the Raw Women's World Champion going in to WrestleMania 41. Now, where does this leave Rhea? Why, oh why? Would you have that particular situation change this close? Are we going to be witnessing a triple threat? Does Rhea go back to NXT, say, fuck this? Does she turn around and force Adam Pearce to trade her to SmackDown?
Ooh.
And the Terror Twins run roughshod over there.
Yeah.
Now, before we go any further, I would like to say this. Hunter, for this booking, I don't know where your mind is, but
You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
What?
You ain't shit.
bitch.
Exactly.
Okay. So, to me, and I will ask you as well, Doc, in the chat, my question is this. We are weeks away from WrestleMania. We're about a month and change. 5-6 weeks out. Now I get we're trying to have a little of the nostalgia where, major titles changed on Raw sporadically, not, every damn week.
True.
But they happened once in a while on cable TV. Well, in this case, Netflix.
Yep.
I get that. My issue is this. We are 6 weeks or so from WrestleMania. What's the end game?
That's what I want to know.
Not saying this in a derogatory way against EO.
No.
Or Bianca.
No.
Where's the story?
Exactly.
Where is it? Because Rhea has said many times she wants to face Bianca at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I'm not writing off EO.
No.
I don't. I understand it. If Bianca hadn't won the chamber, it would have been somebody else. Whatever. And we have the story that had to be told where Rhea tried to help EO earlier get into the chamber. That backfired. So here's how the title match in Buffalo came. We understood that.
Yes.
This don't make no lick of fucking sense.
Nope, it doesn't.
So Doc, I'm going to hand you the center of the spotlight.
Okay.
Talk to him, kid.
Yeah. This just feels like a really shitty move on Triple H's part because why would you change a title?
Now that's a headline.
That is indeed a headline. It doesn't make any sense to me because why did you have Rhea win the title in the first episode of Raw on Netflix only for her to lose it 6 weeks before WrestleMania? It makes no sense to me, and this feels like a really crappy move on creative's part. So do we get Rhea? Does Rhea insert herself in here and make it a triple threat? That's entirely possible. That's 100% entirely possible. But I mean, all the other scenarios Mr. J pointed out, they make sense too. But the best scenario I can think of is we get a triple threat and I don't know. Do we get a title change at WrestleMania? We'll have to find out.
I mean,
emotional damage.
A lot of emotional damage involved there.
There's no. It would have played out better having it go double DQ. Or have it be a DQ because Bianca got involved.
Yes.
On Raw.
And that's one thing that pissed off a lot of people.
And a lot of fans aren't happy.
They're not happy about it. Like, wait, how could you DQ Rhea for what happened in that chamber match, but you didn't do the same to Bianca? What's the deal here?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
seems to be a double standard there.
I'm like, I understand it's at the referee's discretion in certain situations, but you got involved. That should be. Sorry,
you're out.
You're out of here. DQ.
It's like,
then I would understand a triple threat.
Right.
At this point, if I'm Rhea, I'm telling Adam Pearce, how about you go fuck yourself?
And
I have already contacted Aldis. I am going to SmackDown. Charlotte will be my bitch.
Oh,
I'll insert myself with Tiffany Stratton.
Right.
I will make Charlotte my bitch. If this is how you want to fuck me over, I will fuck you over right back.
Yep.
Nada.
Sorry, but
That's the truth.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
she can do that.
Hunter, for this
You
one,
ain't shit. You ain't shit.
Yeah.
You ain't shit. Let me talk to you.
So, I mean, at this point, to me, that was a bitch slap in the face.
It
so
was.
I'm gonna let the viewers watching and listening have a comment, leave a comment, have their say.
Let us know.
Doc?
Yeah?
Something else happened, and quite shocking. Would you like to give the good people at home the 411?
Oh, yeah. This Wednesday on Tubi, WWE Evolve debuted, and there you see some of the ladies there on the main roster. And on
Oh, look, Kylie Ray!
there you go. And you got a 6-man tag team match main evented the first episode. And then you got people like Callie Armstrong. You got Keanu Carter, Trill London. Smiley Kylie Ray is there too. Yeah,
Woo-hoo!
we'll see her eventually. We'll see her in the show. Yeah, there's Keanu Carver, who I mentioned before. This was actually the first episode. Very, very nicely done. Shawn Michaels in there. Ava's in charge of. That's Cappuccino Jones, by the way. That explains the coffee cup with him. But this was overall a really good, pretty good show. Good match. Like I said, Ava's in charge of both Evolve and GM of NXT. So it should be interesting to see how this, no pun intended, evolve. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeesh, Pengers. How corny can you get?
I didn't mean to be corny.
To me, I think it's interesting. We know the history of Evolve. I think I would have liked to have seen some of the elements from that stick around.
Yeah.
I think it's a smart move.
Yeah.
My thing is, gotta have a small crowd.
You got to. It didn't feel like much of a.
I
think it was a lot of roster talent.
doing.
I think there was a lot of roster talent in the audience. So.
Yeah, but here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling in front of your peers is one thing.
Wrestling in front of a live crowd is completely.
It's got to be. I'm not saying it's got to be 155,000. Put 400 or 500.
At least that.
Indie fans who know a lot of these guys and girls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then go out there and go at it.
Exactly.
I understand this is kind of like getting them comfortable to maybe head to NXT and shit like that. I get it.
Oh yeah.
And I know this is brief of me to say.
Right.
Or blunt.
Whichever one.
What?
And that's a first for yours truly.
Yeah.
But to me personally, in my opinion, all right, I feel that the elements of what made Evolve so special are not all there. Yes, we got the color scheme and shit and big fucking.
Yeah, it's true.
I need the Evolve that breathed life into a very certain undisputed leader. Baby.
Oh. Adam Cole.
Okay. Adam Cole. The other piece de resistance to this is I understand the methodology behind it.
Yeah.
This was more of the we're taking a look at indies. We're potentially going to bring them in. I get that. Here's my problem.
Okay.
I will say this till I am purple in the face.
Ooh.
No pun.
No pun intended.
No pun at all. Until this group of talent has to get in front of a crowd. Yes, they've wrestled in the indies, some of them. And whatnot. Yes, I understand that. But feedback from your peers is one thing.
Yeah.
You have to get it from fans.
Yes.
We cannot do this simplistic pandemic-like bullshit.
Exactly. I know.
But that's the harshest. That's the harsh reality.
It's true.
Because to me, if you do that, you dilute. You literally will dilute shit.
You will.
And
I mean, if you take a look at, say, WWE Legends and Future Greats, there have been a couple of episodes where they have had matches in front of an actual crowd, not of their peers, an actual audience.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you don't have that, you're throwing away money. Exactly. I hate saying that. You're going to piss money away. And to me, that's like a bitch slap across the face.
It is.
That's basically saying, fuck you. We're pissing away our money.
Yep.
I hate saying that. I do.
I mean, they got to get better. I mean, this feels very small scale.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're at the point here where to me, I'm sitting here saying, hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
Why? You get where I'm coming from, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we dicking around?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
This
why?
isn't making sense. This
Nope.
doesn't add up.
Now we're talking.
No, it's not adding up.
Okay.
It just
So
feels small.
it feels small. But yes, it's more of a tryout brand.
Mhm.
I understand that.
Yeah,
We're
feel-
using
yeah.
the ID program
The
that they came up with.
the
I understand
WWE
all-
ID program.
I get all that.
Yeah.
Here's my problem. And I think this will sum it up correctly.
There is no passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression, there is no fucking mindset in this football club.
There's none. I mean, even if you have a tag team calls it so swipe right, I'm like, what?
Swipe right.
There's a tag team. They call themselves Swipe Right. They're a swipe right because it's. I don't honestly think they're that serious. It's like if you're a tag team, you better come up with a better name than that because that's ridiculous. Yeah, no.
No.
Exactly, Mr. Bald Eagle. So this is kind of not starting off on the right foot. It's small scale, and there's just way too much.
Hang on.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. But I just wanted to say, if they're calling themselves Swipe Right, I get the best answer for them. I think you know where I'm gonna go,
There we go.
Kristii.
Yes.
Can we throw the middle fingers up?
Yeah.
Fuck you. 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 I'm screwed up.
He claimed it good.
And rotate. And rotate.
Rotate.
And rotate. And rotate. And rotate. Swipe right? What the fuck is this? Tinder?
That fuck if I know.
Even Bailey's getting a laugh.
Even Bailey thinks it's
No,
hilarious. Well, and the monkey thinks it's funny too.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, we are. Cena, now go fuck yourself.
What the fuck? A tag team called Swipe Right? I'm waiting for the tag team that's called Circle Jerk. Because that's the day this is going to happen. Hang on, let me play that one more time.
One more. Okay, Squidward.
Hey, Bobby, how's it going?
Hi, Bobby.
Christ!
Holy shit!
Are you kidding me?
I'll slap those two boys for coming up with that name. Like, you are lame. Why did you come up with that? Are you trying to get chicks here? Come on now.
Yeah.
You're both
It's almost
stupid.
as bad
I
as
don't
this
think they.
shit disturb. It's almost as bad as this shit disturber.
Right.
He looks like he would be on the tag team Swipe Right if he didn't have the career he had.
Right.
He'd be. What the fuck is this? Swipe Right? What is this?
don't
Wrestling?
know. I don't know.
Wrestling? Okay, Cupid. Wrestling? Plenty of shit. What?
Wrestling Tinder? What the fuck? Oh no.
No. Wait, I take that back. I'm gonna sound Bill Maher for a minute.
Okay.
Swipe right. I need the spotlight for this.
Okay.
Swipe right. What the fuck? Oh, that's like Vince and John Laurinaitis doing a Bad Divas creative tag team name while jacking each other off using P. Diddy's baby oil.
No.
Jesus Christ, how do you even let that happen?
Like, seriously.
Like, what the fuck? You crazy motherfuckers.
Like,
I don't get it. Ew.
oh.
Tell me about it.
I agree with Bobby there. My problem is some teams need to rethink their shit. Ugh.
They do. They really do.
My thing of it is here's the one blessing that I like. You are using a non-common streaming platform.
Yes.
In
I mean, not everybody has it.
They going to eventually.
They're going to eventually if they want to see this show.
Because the other thing is, Here's a clue. Tubi, folks, is SREE.
It's free.
There's
It's free.
no sign up.
Nope.
No, I mean, other than making an account, the
Right.
typical
You
shit.
have to make an account.
But
Yeah.
you don't have to pay a subscription.
No,
you don't have to do renewal bullshit.
Nope.
I fucking use it. You can find classic
I
movies
have
like
it.
Friday Trilogy, comedians from
Old
Lavelle
game.
Crawford to Dave
You can find-
Chappelle's old stuff.
You can find old
the
game
Cat
shows if you're
Williams
into that.
stuff.
Yep.
I think using it with both YouTube, Tubi is a blessing. I think it's going to play well.
Well, Kendall Gray, yeah, those are three of them. I forgot about Kendall Gray. Her name was on the tip of my tongue, so. But she was impressive too.
So I've heard.
Yeah. Well, it's only, I mean, we'd have to watch, I know for me, I'd have to watch a little more just to get a better idea what she's all about.
I would have to go back and rewatch it because, I mean, when you're watching a show, sometimes, if that urge to have to, hit the head happens, you got to go. If Mother Nature's a calling, don't come a knocking.
Exactly.
So don't come a rucking, don't.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a blessing, but what I pray for right now, okay, is that Tubi, with Evolve being on Tubi, it doesn't just stay as a simplistic what we're seeing it for.
Yes.
Here's what it does. Okay. I want to see it where you get a small crowd, different crowd every week.
Mm-hmm. Hey, KB.
Gulf of America. Never mind. We ain't gonna say nothing past that.
No.
I want to see them, and what's up, KB? I want to see the following.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we were talking about when you came on in, Bobby.
Yes.
Swipe right sounds like wrestling Tinder.
Yeah.
Or
there were
Plenty of Fish or whatever.
Yeah. This episode, I mean, they had plenty of positives. You have Cappuccino Jones, star quality, Trill London. I mean, inspired by Jeff
we all know
please be
Kylie
careful,
Ray.
sir. Yeah,
we all know
Ray.
Kylie Ray, the young MILF to be. She's already got a kid, so
Yeah.
But that's beside the point.
Double or
My
Nothing
point is
2019. Check it out on Max.
Okay.
You'll see her.
My point is this: if I'm Ava, yeah, I'm doing double duty. I'm GM of NXT, but I'm also helping manage Evolve. I would start evaluating and go right to Hunter. Cue the old music. SOS. I hear them shouting. SOS. Boom, boom. I hear them crying. I forget the whole rest of the lyrics.
Yeah.
But my point is,
yes,
I want her to come back and say, we have something. Let's at least you have a small crowd. If you have a rotating small crowd in that studio every week, this is what will get these guys and girls comfortable on NXT.
Yep. Prepare
it's
them for
going to help.
NXT.
And what you can do with Evolve, is you could, at the end of every show, have the audience on YouTube do it. But even in the crowd, after the show's over, put a little thing on a banner saying, hey, go to this QR code or whatever.
Yep.
Give us the feedback. Who did you like?
Yep.
Who did you think needs to improve?
Improvements. Yeah.
Or who didn't you like?
Yeah, like, give out your opinion.
You could have talent you don't like for whatever reason. They played the heel too well, or this, that, or the other. or
the
they
promo
just
wasn't
don't
good.
connect, or they're not connecting for some reason. The more you engage, the faster the feedback's gonna.
Yeah. If you really want the show to succeed, that might actually be a really good idea that they should take it into consideration. Let us fans give you what we think of like this person and that person and that person and that person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, with that being said,
Yes.
I recommend, as I always do when we get to this part of the show,
Yeah.
roll a fatty for the Pimp Mac Daddy, get you some libation, get you some weed, get you some W, some Swift, some coffee, some whatever.
Just whatever.
If you in my neck of the woods, get you some Buc-ee's, really hot brisket off the board.
Yeah.
Or
enjoy your W in a nice ice shaker cup like I do.
Yep, get you some snacks, get you some dinner. I mean, you know, for us 420 lovers, our dinner right there.
Right.
But because when we do come back, what if Chris Benoit didn't win at WrestleMania 20? How would that have impacted the wrestlers that we now see and enjoy today? And then, my dear Ricochet.
Oh my God.
Dear bald-headed, circumcised, dick-looking. The congregation would like to have a conversation and a word. So your presence has not only been requested, it is now and shall be officially required by the laws of my home for you to face me. And you are so lusciously strapped in the chair, which reminds me, excuse me 1 second. Let me pull this out. Let me call one of the inmates before we go to break. Yeah, we're out of Sweet Baby Ray's. Do you got the backup stuff? Ooh, you got the new shit?
JR's barbecue sauce?
1 second. What is it?
Okay. JR's barbecue sauce.
No, we're not using JR's. We're not tainting Ricochet with that. Oh, you got the. Ooh. Oh, that runner. Well, shit. Get him out the fucking marinator. We gotta get him some. What the hell's wrong with you? This is what happens when I outsource to do the barbecues after we deep fry these fuckers.
Right.
Just remember, children, cannibalism is not okay, and it's frowned upon in society.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'm still okay. Okay, thank you. How long did you let them? Oh, damn. We have ribs that have been soaking for days. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta go. So, folks, get your snacks, get your food, get your libations, get you something to drink, get you some.
This.
The second half of the show comes back after the commercial break, and you're not going to want to miss this. So stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you after the break.
See ya.
Calling Gordon. Calling Captain James Gordon.
Joker products with a new secret ingredient. Smiley.
Love that Joker.
Uh-oh. He don't look happy. He's been using Brand X. But with new Joker brand, I get agreeing again and again.
That luscious tan, those ruby lips and hair color, so natural, only your Undertaker knows for sure.
Love that Joker.
So remember, put on a happy face.
What do you believe in?
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you a stranger.
Hey, yo, this is your friendly neighborhood Red Dog here, eating pizza. No, not from Pizza Hut, not from, any other place. From Luigi's. That's the place that we're going to. That's the place we eating at. See, the camera's not even on me no more. So, as your friendly neighborhood Red Dog and your favorite mercenary, I approve of said pizza.
In the ring, out of the ring, out of control!
WWF Royal Rumble on Super NES 16 Meg
This guy's rocking!
It's perfect. With more WWF superstars than ever before.
Unbelievable 6 men in the ring at once!
No holds barred. Anything goes action.
It's a slugfest!
That's perfect. Each wrestler's specialty move.
Complete mayhem!
The Tombstone Pile
It's out of control!
The Bonsai Trap.
Total chaos!
The perfect plex.
Oh, did you see that?
WWF Royal Rumble on Super NES.
Get it now!
Perfect.
Shine this up real nice, jabroni.
And I know just where to stick it, Ron.
What's your name?
Doesn't matter what my name is.
The Rock smells what you're cooking.
Pancakes, Brock! Pancakes! Lay the smackdown in the kitchen, the loading dock, even the boiler room. Plus storylines and special guest referees. Everything inside the ring and almost anything out. WWF SmackDown. Rated T for teen, jabroni.
Finally, The Rock has come back to PlayStation.
And we are back, and hello,
Hi.
Alex Coquito and the rest of the guys at
Hey.
PUWF. What's going on? Let me talk to you. Now,
Yeah.
before we dive into the second half, I'm going to set the tone.
Mhm.
So, there will come a time in the not too distant future where I will be bringing this man up because he did have his moments. We know how his life controversially came to an end.
Yes.
Unfortunately, before we continue, I do want to give a shout out. Look at going into the fucking fame. Oh, motherfucking time, the total package. Yeah. Get some.
It's so
And I've met him.
Mm,
He's actually from Buffalo, ironically enough.
cool.
But he will be for a different discussion in
Yeah.
2 weeks' time. I'm going
Yes.
to give you a spoiler right here, right now. In 2 weeks, Inside Analyze This, we are going to talk about the most historic night in Nitro, the night the game changed when Lex Luger defeated Hulk Hogan on Nitro to regain control of the WCW World Heavyweight title.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be honoring Lex Luger in 2 weeks' time.
It is
Make
awesome,
sure you
Bobby.
go on YouTube to the WCW channel.
Yes.
You want to get a heads
Check it
up
out.
on that match because we're going to dive into it in 2 weeks. We're going to be celebrating not just that, but here's another spoiler. The following week, inside wrestler's life, you're going to hear it here first, baby. We will dive into the total package himself.
Yeah.
Lex freaking Luger.
Oh, yeah.
But enough about that for now.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the topic at hand. So at some point, we're going to talk about this other individual.
Yes.
Now, at WrestleMania 20, where it all began again, our main event was for the World Heavyweight Championship. At the time, everybody thought it would be a rematch between Shawn and Triple H after the Last Man Standing Gore Fest.
Oh.
That blood match at the Rumble. However, nobody really anticipated the X Factor. At the time, nobody expected a twist in the plot. Usually, since the initial brand split, whatever superstar won from whatever show, they went after that show's title. No superstar, no wrestler had jumped to the other show to challenge their world champion.
Yeah.
That is until 2004. This man is the only man besides HBK to have entered at number 1 and ran the gauntlet. So he would also make the game tap out to become world champion and have a 5-month run until he ran to a young and upcoming Viper who would defeat him in shocking fashion at SummerSlam that year. Those were the days.
Yeah. Things were different back then. Sorry.
No, I yawn because I think about it yesteryear and it makes me tired.
Oh my goodness.
It shows me getting old. Baby's booty. Nikita's thickness. Sorry.
He dozed off. Oh my God.
We got down with the thickness. But folks, we are going to ask this question because it impacts a lot of the size of the wrestlers we've come to know and love since then.
Yeah.
So the question is, what if Chris Benoit never won the 2004 Royal Rumble? So Doc, I'm going to take this one.
Okay.
Now, let's begin. By 2004, the brand split had been well into effect. Triple H and Evolution had been running Monday Night Raw. At the Royal Rumble in 2004, Chris Benoit would enter number 1 and run the entire distance to win the number 1 contendership. But like I said earlier, no one had jumped ship to challenge the other show's champion. Benoit jumped from SmackDown to do so and turn this into a triple threat. With a bloody Triple H on the mat, Benoit would shock the world and become the World Heavyweight Champion. Celebrating with not just his family, but his best friend, the late, great Eddie Guerrero, would this have happened? Would the side, due to the fact that, and excuse me, folks, one of the guardian puppies wants to say,
oh,
let me get my baby, shall I? Come here, child.
Aw,
Hey,
puppy.
Lily. Would you like
Hey,
your
Lily.
close-up, Lily Bean?
Hi, Lily. Aw,
Yeah.
sweet baby.
Are we ready for our close-up, Mrs. DeVille?
Oh my goodness.
Let's get back to it, shall
Oh,
we?
what a sweet baby.
My sweet little weenie. See, you're getting a debut on YouTube. Nobody know where
She's so cute.
anything can happen here, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
Okay.
Benoit was one of the best technical wrestlers that ever was produced out of the infamous Heart Dungeon. Yeah, I got 3 more too. However, we all know Vince and his bodybuilder, gotta be big, love for his talent. However, a changing in taste was beginning to emerge. Guys like Shawn Michaels being a prime example. Then came Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, Perry Saturn. Some of the smaller high flyers were starting to break the glass ceiling. Would we have seen 2 years from that moment Rey Mysterio break the glass ceiling and become World's Heavyweight Champion at Mania 22? Would Daniel Bryan had his chance? Would CM Punk would have had his chance during the revived ECW? For fans who do not know, had the events that ended Chris's life not occurred, the following day at the pay-per-view in 2007, the original concept was for damn Skippy. Skippy. The original plan wasn't for John Morrison to become champion. They had to pivot because of the events that took place, and then shortly thereafter, finding out everything else.
Yes.
What was supposed to happen then was Chris Benoit would enter into a couple of months as ECW champion, where we would get to, I would say, what pay-per-view it would be in October before Survivor Series back then. My memory is a little off right now.
Yeah.
With that. But we were supposed to get to that. And then Punk would be crowned champion. Benoit would do the honors. Benoit would head to Raw, and he would go back after the world title.
Right. So in a way, it would be kind of a passing of the torch.
Correct. It would allow Punk the necessary to get to the next level, but we all know what came to pass. Things changed and pivoted, and the situation. Now, the reason this question came into my mind was this. Given the last several years, I want to say, let's give it 10.
Yeah.
We've seen the smaller guys, the guys that are 5'8", 5'9", 5'7", hit the heavyweight division and just shock the system. From Bryan Danielson.
Yes.
To Will Ospreay.
Yes.
Kenny motherfucking Omega. Guys that were cruiserweights and guys who were lightweights and junior heavyweights in Japan. Ask yourselves this. Does these talents not get inspired? Do they not go for the gusto? Go for the balls? Notice how, I went like this. Don't talk about ball tickling, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Damn it. Seeing as we're going to have to use that clip as a joke.
Yes.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, sidebar, Mr. Garrison, does anybody know what sexual harassment means? Yes, Eric. When you're trying to have intercourse with a lady friend and some other guy comes up and tickles your balls from behind. Thank you, South Park, for the greatest clip of them all, baby.
Yeah.
Boom. But the question is, if Chris Benoit does not have that defining moment at the Royal Rumble in 2004 and then go on to main event WrestleMania 20 in the Garden and win the world title, Does that not inspire a lot of the younger talent? I will tell you, his fast-paced, technical bash brawl style, you see elements of it, and I'll give you the label lock is shades of Chris fucking Benoit's crippler crossface. You cannot tell me it's not. And if you do, I've been watching this show, this form of entertainment, for over 30 fucking years, since I was a kid. That is the crippler crossface.
Yes.
Bar none. So you have to ask yourself this. If Benoit did not have that moment, and I'll give my thought on it momentarily because I want you in the chat to answer first, Doc.
Yes.
Do we get those moments that we've seen the last several years? Does Kenny Omega break the barrier? Does Ospreay become heavyweight champ? Hell, I'll give you a big recent one. Zack Sabre Jr. I want you to ask yourselves that. Doc, I want your thoughts.
Definitely, Chris Benoit definitely an influence, like how certain wrestlers use certain moves, his style, everything. What would happen if he didn't win the 04 Royal Rumble? I definitely think things would have definitely been a lot different. Would he have been as big of an inspiration as he is today? Not really. Maybe a little bit. It's just hard to imagine that. And seeing like Bryan Danielson do the label lock and knowing was inspired by the crippler. It's just crazy. Just to even think about that. But who knows if any wrestling moments that we've had in recent years, including mentioning Zack Sabre Jr., you know what? Maybe, but who knows, really?
I'll be honest, Doc. I don't know what the chat's going to have to say about it.
I don't know either.
Given the circumstances of Benoit,
let us know. Yes.
Let us know in the chat. However, you cannot deny that without that moment, the things that we've seen over the last several years don't take place. They don't.
You don't get to see guys like Omega, Ospreay, Sabre Jr., Danielson. I mean, even who we're going to be frying next in the next segment of chair. I think Ricochet was inspired a bit by what Benoit was able to do in the ring.
A lot of these guys were inspired because they saw the size of Eddie and Jericho and Ray and Benoit and said,
we don't have to be 6 feet 4 inches tall and have giant muscles, you know. We don't have to have that.
We don't have to do the flippy doos and the this and that. We can still use the high flying, but we're also able to get technical. We can get brawl like. We can get grappling.
Yeah.
So yes, exactly. Mix it the fuck up. And I'm gonna tell you, I think that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. Yes, as far as his career, do not blow. Comment I'm about to make.
Let's not blow this out of proportion.
Definitely not.
Given his career, Benoit to me is one of the greatest talents that stepped in the ring.
Come here.
However,
come here, hyena.
Oh, there's the hyenas.
And she's right here.
Yeah.
You want to say hi to everyone?
However, given the circumstances that occurred a few years after that match, now mind you, if you go back on WWE's website, elements of Benoit are becoming revealed once again. So now begs the question.
Yeah.
What's not being revealed?
Good question.
Yes, we can all agree what happened was tragic. It was horrific. I praise the wrestler, not the human being and
Yes.
what he did.
Mhm.
Notice the difference.
Yes, we're
He's a
praising him as a
performer,
wrestler, not as a person.
not as a person.
Mhm.
We may not know all the facts because there are still things that we have not yet been told.
Yeah.
I'm not making excuses.
No.
I'm far from doing that. I am saying there are elements of this that to this day, to me, something still needs to be cleared up.
Mhm.
So
Definitely.
I want you all to ask this question. If Benoit don't win the 04 Rumble, do we get all the talent that we've aforementioned doing their thing and whatnot?
Yeah.
I doubt it. I truly doubt it. I mean, I don't know about you, but
Doesn't that seem kind of crazy to you?
That's
it's a little crazy because to
It is a
me,
little crazy.
without it, kind of. Oh hell! I got a rated mouth anyway. It fucks
Yeah.
you in the ass.
It does.
No lube.
It
Okay.
fucks you up
Here's
here
the butthole.
too.
Here's the butthole. Here's
Mhm.
the dildo. You get my point, folks?
Yeah.
But now I will shut this chamber, like I said, because in 2 weeks' time, we will talk about Lex Luger regaining control of the WCW title from the NWO when he defeated Hollywood Hogan on Nitro.
Mhm.
And the week after that, we're going to praise the Hall of Famer to be inside
Yes.
Wrestler's Life. I
Mhm.
originally had planned for R-Truth, but given that what we just found out,
Yeah.
guess what? No, we changed that up right now.
Things change, so why not?
Exactly. Oh, and folks, also make sure to check out Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. A certain Shaw will be live coming up in a week.
Oh, Miss
So,
Giselle Shaw.
yeah, so that's breaking too.
Yeah.
But folks, you know me. I got a potty mouth.
Boy.
And
Mhm.
well,
All right. Enough dilly-dally. To the main event.
as you all know, I have to give this formal fucking warning.
Oh, jeez.
Because there could be virgin ears up in this bitch.
There
We just
probably
don't
will.
know. So
Yep.
for those who are easily offended,
Or pearl
fuck
clutchers.
you.
Warning. The following scene contains language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
And
Okay.
will and always shall be ignored.
Exactly. So all you pro clutchers, go fuck yourselves.
You ain't shit.
Exactly.
However, everybody knows the rules of my home.
Yes.
And this high-flying, bald-headed, dick-looking dumpster fire comes in. Tried to break it. And I caught
Worse
him.
than one. Mm-hmm. You did.
There's been repeat offenders, okay?
There
You
have
would
been.
think they learned the first time, but I guess, we have to use the bucket of donkey semen to kind of get our point across. Remind me to
Yeah,
clean
we
up
do.
the cattle prod so that we can get a refill later.
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
But with that being said, Ricochet,
Oh god, dude.
since you arrived in anal, what's a good
Erection.
ejaculating wrestling? Still AEW, but anal ejaculating wrestling, and you're turning heel.
Oh my god.
You've become a vicious douche.
Yes.
So Ricochet,
And I want my
if you
kidneys
see
back,
this and
thank
get
you.
offended, suck a big horse cock.
This is what I say to
This one's for you.
Yeah.
And tell your cum dump girlfriend, she ain't shit. And anyone that's offended, be offended. Oh, Prince Puma or Ricochet, Mr. I swallow a lot, Mr. I just draw a bald line over my head so it looks like I'm a dick with maybe some pubes with that horrific looking, mustache goatee thing looking on your face. I mean, Jesus Christ, I get the old man from Walt Disney off of Wish.com screwed up with you when you got to the main roster. You were halfway decent in NXT. You were killing it as Prince Puma. But Jesus Christ, man, you got downgraded to the speed belt. The 3 to 5 minute that opened up the show before going live. Dude, then you come to anal erection wrestling. Yeah, Warren's probably going to get a kick out of that one.
Yeah, he probably will.
And you eventually turn heel after this history gets dealt with.
Right.
And by the way, Ricochet, you are overrated. I said it. I don't give a fuck. And then you have the audacity to go after him.
The most dangerous man in
the
AEW.
most violent motherfucker that company's ever had. And you sit there like I'm the principal and I'm going to discipline you with my whip and my anal
and my scissors
probe for you and scissors. Tomorrow night on pay-per-view, you will be proven to still be Swerve's bitch.
Yes.
I mean, dude, let me explain something to you. All right. First and foremost,
let me talk to you.
If you can't hear me, I want you to hear me one more time.
Let me talk to you.
And one more time because we got to talk. Yeah.
Let me talk to you.
What?
Let me talk to you.
Okay, here we go. Yes, you should Ricochet. Thank you, Bobby.
Bobby said that.
He said it.
Okay, listen very wisely. Ricochet, you have a salty, ungrateful bitch of a girlfriend or fiance or future wife. I don't know what the fuck you want to call her. Okay, so that's number one. Two, no offense, dude, the fact that you could not get yourself over and tell the old man off of Wish.com to go fuck himself and grab what you wanted proves you are just a flash in the pan punk ass bitch whose top moments came out of the Lucha Underground.
Whoa.
Let me explain something to you. You have a history with, Kill Shot, aka Swerve Strickland. I like that referee. You have a history with Will Ospreay. But guess what, Ricochet? Yeah, for what you've been doing, the scissor thing, why are you trying to steal somebody else's gimmick? You got your own. Okay, I think the Acclaimed wanted me to remind you of something. Hold on.
Here we go.
Yeah, here.
You. Fuck 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 you. I'm screwed up.
Yeah.
So Ricochet,
Oh man.
as far as you are concerned, I bet Samantha pegs you every Tuesday night. If you don't know what that is, kids, Google it. I'm not telling you. You're on your own.
Yep.
All I'm going to say is a dildo may or may not be involved. Or a strap-on. Figure that one out themselves. Now, on a side note to Miss Samantha Irvin, sweetheart, you are the most ungrateful, salty bitch that I have ever seen. You wanted to sit there and say, oh, you reminded me of what they did in terms of trying to make a lot of the women in the Diva Search days use the WWE to go to Playboy and Maxim.
Mm-hmm.
No offense, sweetheart. I don't find you attractive. I'm attracted to women like Bailey, like Jade, like Mia Yim.
Right.
No, he sucks his ass, Bobby. There's a difference.
There is a difference.
Okay. The fact Samantha has the nerve to want to now sit there and say she wants to come back. No, Ricochet. We don't want her back. You do what you're doing. Quit being the cum dump that you've been the last several months, and make sure that Samantha continues to be your personal cum dump. Because Samantha, in the words of Mr. J, that's all you're good for, my dear. Ooh, Daddy Ricochet, give me more. Gave you a big wet one right across your face, bitch. Teabag. And I'll say this. Ricochet, after we fry you, I'm going to leave everything left for Swerve to just have his stabby moments with you.
Yeah, with a pair of scissors.
So, Doc, would you like to say anything?
Yes, Ricochet, you are a bald-headed bonehead. First of all, you broke into my office, and now I know where all my scissors went. You stole them, motherfucker. And by the way, Samantha Irvin, yes, you can sing. You have a very good voice, singing voice, that is. But like Mr. J said, you're Ricochet's personal cum dump. So
Singing. Good
yes,
Lord,
she can,
she sounded
she
like
can
hands
sing.
on a chalkboard during the middle of a fucking detention where you wanted to gouge your ears off and stick your eyes out, or whatever the saying is. I'm sorry.
Yes. So, first of all, you're going to give me my scissors back, all of them, including the ones with the gold handles that you stole from me. You suck shit.
Apparently, somebody's decided to come play along in my show.
Yeah, exactly. And then, oh, the fuck, it's getting to me. I got a little more. Ricochet, I hope to God this Swerve stabbed you with all the scissors you stole from me. Stabbed you multiple times with them. I becomes the #1 contender and beats Mox's ass. Thank you very much. I rest my case.
Well,
I'm choosing violence in that situation, so there you go.
We will spare Ricochet's penis so that Samantha has something to use for a microphone.
Yes.
But with that said, 3, 2, Ricochet, time to die.
Oh, I got a live one here. Oh, there'll be a hot time in the old town tonight. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
Swerve's gonna beat Ricochet.
Right.
Swerve gets the robe back.
Yep. But
that robe
with
is
that
important.
being said, folks, we're here at another week in the books.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to thank everybody for tuning in as always.
Yep.
Yes. What's up, dude? Good to see you, boss. Good to see you, Blackheart. But with that being said, Ricochet, ask the repeat offenders what happens. You cross my path twice.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's okay.
You can always watch it back.
Watch it back. I mean, I did kind of, ream that, Miss Samantha come dump.
Mm-hmm. We
Do
did.
not find her attractive.
Right.
I'd rather have a Mia Yim, Bailey, Nikita, Lola Vice. When you gonna let me hit it, Miss Parker? When you gonna let me hit it?
Probably. Yeah. Oh,
No,
that would be
I
horrible.
fucking hope not.
I
hope not.
I don't want to see her.
Yeah, she's a salty bitch.
She's very salty. I've been reading her tweets. I'm like, you are the saltiest bitch I've ever seen.
Uh-huh. But overall, folks, it has been a great show this week. Doc, tell them what you got coming up the next day or two.
Oh, I got just episode between. Okay, Bobby, thank you.
Go ahead, continue.
Go ahead. Okay. I'm going to be on, of course, Coast to Coast Entertainment Network on Between the Ropes. We will probably be talking about Naomi's heel turn, all that other stuff.
Fuck
Maybe
John
talk
Cena.
Yeah, fuck John Cena too. We already fried him.
Folks.
Yeah. And by the way, John Cena, I hit you in the face and give you a black eye as nasty as the one Cody had when he was from last night. That's the nastiest looking black eye I've ever seen.
We had a delivery, so I will be getting back later.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
Hold the phone.
Oh my
Hold
God.
it.
Breaking news.
I thought we were gonna wait a minute.
What? Whoa.
Oh, I know that Blackheart, we just we're not, I don't disagree with you, but she ain't got the, she ain't got the thickness I enjoy.
Right.
But this right here, dang. So Blackheart, what you're saying is Ricochet, he ain't packing.
That's exactly what I said.
So is she tongue tickling his balls? Or is she just cupping the ball? Oh no.
What?
I mean, I like Lola Vice's ass. I like Bailey's ass. I like Nikita Lyons' ass.
What about
You know what I'm saying? Why is that? Why has he been divorced? Was it because he got cheated on, or because
I didn't even know
they didn't have enough ass?
Married. Oh my God.
Okay. We just took off on a whole new tangent here.
Yes,
folks.
we did.
But with that being said here tonight, 2 weeks' time, the Asylum will be back. Next week, we will.
What?
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Cute song. Never meant to make you I apologize a trillion times. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. No. So, okay, so just a side note before I finish. So, does this mean Samantha either tongue punches Ricochet's fart box, vice versa,
no.
And
Which Miss Jackson? We're talking about the Miss Jackson, the Outcast song. Or
at least it's not.
from the Metagross?
At least it's not this. Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I digress.
Yes.
Now, folks, 2 weeks from now, the Asylum will be back. Lex Luger.
Yes, sir.
Winning the WCW title on Nitro from Hollywood Hogan will be the topic inside the Analyze This Chamber. The week after, we'll be discussing the career of Lex Luger because we are going to honor the Hall of Famer to be. And tune in next Saturday on the Supernova Wrestling YouTube channel and all the other socials where it is draft night.
Oh, yeah.
What's going to happen? How's it going to work? You're going to have to tune in and find out. Check out our friends, Supernova Wrestling, and don't forget.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Every single week, we're in the Asylum when we're alive. Also, remember, we are weeks away from WrestleMania 41, and I wanted to bring this up real quick before we get out of here.
Okay.
Does everybody remember when The Rock attacked Cody last year going into Mania 40? Outside his busted him open.
I think it was like around this point last year.
Yeah, and it was near the production truck.
It was near the production truck.
We saw,
bloodied him up.
Fruity Pebble.
Oh.
We saw Fruity Pebble. But also on that particular production truck, we saw a foul-mouthed, beer-drinking, ass-kicking machine.
Give me a hell.
If that doesn't tell you who's coming to back up the champ, I can't say it any clearer than
beer. What? Drink another beer.
What?
Give me a hell yeah.
So with that being said, for myself, for the doctor, thank you again. Like, share, subscribe, stay notified. You know what to do. Check out the link tree. Check out Bonfire for all our things. Keep up with the shows. Get some merch. Check out our great ambassadors. Shout out to W Energy, Dream Alive University, Habits 365, Okaze Clothing, Cafe Collazo, Swift Energy. Make sure you check them out. Use the promo code OTTR Mob for 10, 15, or 25% off, depending on what you get.
No.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wrestling Asylum. For the good doctor, I am Eric the Joker. With that said,
it's time to retire. Feel free to drop in.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
With that said, I love you all. See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks, everybody.
But until then, I want you to feel something. And it goes a little something like this.
Big Willie Styles already.
Very oozy
with it.
Very oozy. Very oozy. Very oozy.
My life is nothing but a comedy.